Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Yankton, South Dakota, where we are witnessing the three-star shoot-off here for everybody that shot Vegas, Indoor Nationals in Cincinnati, and now the First Dakota Classic. Cedar, would you like to explain the format to us here?
Well, basically, if you shot all three of these tournaments, you are in the lineup for to get some serious money. That's what everyone's here for.
How much money is it, Cedar?
$10,000.
That is one heck of a paycheck.
Yes, it is.
But the competition is stiff. We have archers from all around the world shooting here, and I believe the format goes, we start at 5 yards.
Yes.
And we're shooting at a target that's the equivalent of a 40-centimeter face, and top score keeps moving on.
Yep, you gotta match that top score.
Okay, so let's explain this to the people out there listening. So if I walk up there and shoot an X, that means for you to move on, you need to shoot an X.
Yes, I would.
And we move back in increments of 5 yards, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so then the final shooter at the end of this, who's matched everybody's scores and done one score better, will end up walking home with a huge paycheck, possibly on top of what they could win tomorrow during the individual shoot-offs.
Mm-hmm. Now, just looking at the little target, when you're at 5 yards, everyone's going to be like, oh, that's not too hard.
No.
But you got to realize that there's $10,000 on the line.
Mm-hmm.
That little target at 5 yards can be pretty intimidating.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, when the nerves start getting to you, when the cash comes onto the table, it gets difficult, doesn't it?
Even the pros get a little shaky.
Now, Cedar, you shot this a couple times, didn't you?
Yes, I have.
And the unique things, ladies and gentlemen listening, she shoots Olympic-style recurve. So it makes it even a little bit more difficult because everybody's on the same playing field with this. So it doesn't matter if you are, a cub, youth, young adult, all the way up to silver senior shooting this. Doesn't matter if you're shooting bare bow, Olympic recurve, compound, you are all shooting the same size target and you're all competing against each other.
Yeah, and that can make even more nerves because you could be shooting right next to someone like Real Wild.
Or Steve Anderson. I had the opportunity to shoot alongside him and Stefan Hansen and Mike Schlosser earlier this week during practice. And let me tell you, they can lay it down. They know what they're doing with the bow. The president of the NFAA, Bruce Cole, is explaining the rules right now, I believe. So what he's explaining right now is because there are so many people and so few targets, they have to shoot multiple lines, the top and bottom, just like every other NFAA tournament for the most part. There's Jeff Sanchez up there, owner of Bodock Archery. Great man. Have the opportunity to talk to him a lot. Take some amazing pictures.
That he does.
Oh, and they're announcing Jesse Broadwater shot a 600 today. That is quite a feat. I think I only shot a 549 today. Cedar, what'd you shoot today?
Today was not my best day. I shot a 420.
Oh, that happens.
We'll shoot a single arrow shoot-off, increasing the distance on 40 centimeters.
And it was actually kind of cool when I got to practice with Anderson and Schlosser. I actually challenged them to a one-arrow shoot-off.
Oh, yeah? How did that go?
Well, I shoot Olympic-style recurve, so I considered myself at a little bit of a disadvantage, but that didn't shake me too much. I walked up there and put the best shot I could, and my arrow landed just outside the X-ring. Steve Anderson was able to capitalize on that and smoke an X, but Mike Schlosser, on the other hand, he dropped a 9. I was putting on the nerves.
Nice job.
Of course, those didn't show in Vegas when he won against Stefan Hansen.
All right, spectators, feel free to stand up on the chairs. Keep the rest of everybody. It's fine to yell, scream, holler.
And this is where the cluster comes in. We've got about a 35-yard wide range here, and we're going to have probably about 100, 150 people here all trying to watch these same targets. So everybody's going to be standing on tables and chairs.
This
Just
is
so
going
they
to
can
get
see the
pretty
action.
packed. Pretty exciting.
Now, isn't your little sister shooting in this theater?
Yes, she is. She's very excited. She's practiced really hard for this.
I actually got to shoot with her while she was sighting in, and she was smoking it just about all the way out to 60, smoking the little X, which, you know.
Oh yeah, when you get out that far, you better have those sight marks dialed in, because you don't get very many shots.
Remember, folks, they are shooting at the equivalent of a Vegas face, all the way out, what will end up being up to 60 yards.
Yes.
Right now, they're only shooting at 5.
Everyone checking their sight marks, making sure they're on. Looks like we've got some thumbs up and head nodding. Good spirits.
Oh, yeah. I can only see about 3 or 4 targets right now, but the ones that I do see, they're drilled X's for sure. So I'm pretty sure they're going to move on to the next distance.
Not too many people get knocked out in this first round.
There's Rio Wild shooting next to his father, D Wild. That is a beautiful bow that Rio has. I love that color. What do you think about that hot pink looking thing he's got there?
It's nice.
Rio's giving out the high fives. Obviously, he hit the X. Target 9, it looks clean to me. Target 10 looks clean.
Okay, the highest score is a 5. Judges pull anything that's not a 5.
Bruce said the highest score is a 5, and to be expected at 5 yards with people that, you know, can hit the same size target at 4 times the distance of what they're shooting right now.
Yep, we're going to have a fairly good sized group moving on back.
There's the Tedford brothers right there checking to see.
Okay, you can pull your arrows. Those of you that are eliminated, please take your arrows and your target.
Let me tell you, Steve, there's a lot of clean target faces up there. I figured after I shoot a shot like that, I should just quit and go home for the day.
Yep, you got it. 5 yards back. It'll be the little green line, 5 yards. Please don't knock them over.
There's Stefan Hansen and Mike Schlosser and Broadwater pulling back the targets. 15 yards. I imagine they're all clean as well. There you can see, folks, moved it to 15 yards. That first little yellow line there, right about where Bruce Cole is standing, that is the 10-yard line, so they moved it back to 15. This is an amazing facility that we get to shoot this event at. The NFAA Yankton, the NFAA headquarters here in Yankton, South Dakota. It's a 90-meter indoor range. Now, I know me personally as a recurve archer, I love it when I get to come in here and practice 70 meters indoors, especially out of this wonderful weather that we get here in Yankton, South Dakota. And tomorrow for the elimination matches for all the unfortunate people that have to shoot outside. There's a 100% chance of rain. So we'll be enjoying that for sure.
All right, same thing at 15 yards. Bottom line is up. The whistle will start and stop you. Good luck.
Seeing a lot more clean targets in this round. From what I can see, Jesse Broadwater is still clean. Bridger Deaton is still clean. Steve Anderson and Linda Ochoa Anderson are still clean.
All right, now we got our second line up.
Oh look, there's another bow in that pink color. Not quite sure who's shooting that.
You know, I think my favorite's that teal blue.
The teal blue?
Oh,
I
yeah.
was thinking about getting that for my my Hoyt Epic that I ordered a couple months ago.
It's the in color this year.
It is. You can go pull arrows. Let me tell you folks, it is impressive seeing these people basically hit dimes.
All right, once again, high
There was
score is 5.
Spencer Bresch walking across the front of the screen there.
Officials pull the targets
Great
in the
guy,
air and
president of the
number.
ISAA, Iowa State Archery Association. Does a lot for the kids. All the NASP shooters we got in the state of Iowa. Does great things for them. Tries to get them involved so they can move on to the next steps in archery.
That's great.
Officials are done. All right, pull your arrows and move them back to 20.
All right, 20 yards now. Same distance a shot as every indoor event in World Archery and USA Archery and NFAA.
Let's see who all's moving back.
So, size of this target face. The little yellow ring that you're seeing there is the same size as the 10 ring on a Vegas face, which translates to the size of the X ring on an NFAA 5 spot. So, at 20 yards, the majority of these professionals hit this on a day in, day out basis and usually do not miss them for what I've heard to be months on end. Jesse Broadwater up there. And I'm not sure that many people have been eliminated yet so far.
No, it looks like we still have pretty much everyone doing good. You know, I don't think this gets to be too much of a challenge until they get past that 20-yard mark. That's when the mind games start to play and things get a little challenging.
Now I wonder what is going through some of these pro archers' heads when they're at full draw here. Now obviously the correct thing to do is almost not think at all and just let your shot flow.
Oh, definitely. They know how to shoot.
Good luck.
But can't help but think about that money.
$10,000, you know, that's our tuition next year.
Yeah, that it is.
There's Jesse Broadwater up there.
Checking his shot.
And I'm guessing by his reaction, he's still clean. As well as Stefan Hansen. Second line at 20 yards. Everybody checking their shots. Rio sitting there steady as a rock. Rio's got to check. Pulling out his phone, check his tweets, his Facebook. It's an important thing to do on the line when you're shooting. Mr. Mikey from the Netherlands checking his shot. By the smile on his face, I'm assuming he is still clean.
Okay, things look like they changed here. The high score is still a 5.
High score still a 5, to be expected at 20 yards.
Oh, looks like some targets are being taken down.
Oh no. Nerves are starting to come into play. For me, I would have been shaking like a leaf at 10 yards.
Oh, quite a few are being removed.
Wow.
Starting to see a good bit of empty spaces.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now they're starting to move back.
25 yards.
Brian, we all good? All right, pull them all down and move back to 25 yards.
There's Bruce Cole in the middle of your screen there. Great man, running a great organization here. The man who built this range himself. Not by hand, but same difference, right?
Sure.
And they are actually planning an expansion of this range because they are planning to host the 2018 World Archery Indoor World Cup Championship. I think I said that right.
As you're getting ready,
I believe so.
We have some drawings throughout this.
They're planning on
We're gonna
almost
give somebody
doubling
in this shoot off a $100
the
bill right now.
the space of
I
this
don't see kids now other than Tim Jones
this
who
range
always
here.
draw this out.
So basically what they're going to do, as far as I understand it, is they're basically going to just
Give him a round of applause.
model this exact same range, but move it
Double
all.
on the left side.
Yep, double on the left side.
Another chance to win $100. Everybody that's in here that's listening, you guys after you shoot, go to our NFAA USA Facebook page and put in a number, and the number is what distance you think that the pros will win this shoot-off at. All right? It's got to be in before 8:30 Central Time, so you've got 10 minutes. Put in the distance, and of all the people that get it right, we're going to give one of them as we draw out a $100 bill. All right? NFAA USA Facebook page.
Bruce just made the announcement that there's going to
All right,
be
we're 25 yards.
a
Bottom line,
little game. You can go to our Facebook page and right what distance you think that pros are going to make it out to.
That's the NFAA Facebook page, correct?
Yes, it is.
Now, Cedar, if you were making bets, not that saying you're a betting person, what do you think it'll be?
I don't know. Last year it came down just to about 60, I believe. You know, we might have the 60-yard shot this year. I think there's a good chance.
My bet is 55.
You know, if you get that right, he said you get $100.
I should go to the Facebook page. And so should all of you listening.
Yep, go comment. What do you think they're going to make it out to? Got some good shooters in here. Look at that concentration.
I wish I could do that.
All right.
Let's see how many
Moment of
targets
truth.
fall this time.
There's Paige Gore, Bruce Cole.
Jesse Broadwater, Stefan Hansen.
Walking down to see the results.
Pull your arrows until I tell you to. Officials pull anything that is not a 5. Okay, this time pull your arrows, also pull your target down, and please remove or pull the target butts down to 10 yards. You guys get a breather, and we're going to have the amateurs come up. Take the targets.
Well, for the professionals, they're going to take a little bit of a break here because they're going to pull the bales back up to 10 yards, and the amateurs get to shoot. It's their turn to shine. Now, a lot of these people, since they're professional shooters, have traveled around the world, shot in World Cups in all sorts of countries, and they're used to the spotlight. Now it's the amateurs' turn, and you know, very possibly the biggest shoot that they shot at was the Vegas shoot this year. There's Greg Poole. Oh, he went away. They had to put rubber backing on all the targets because a lot of these shooters are shooting right up next to 60 pounds with little tiny arrows, and they will go right through these targets. When I was practicing, I actually had one of my recurve arrows fly through it, and I'm only drawing about 44 pounds.
Okay. I know it's going to be a little congested, but if the pros could back off and go behind the line and behind the curtain, it would really help. Amateurs, come up. Your targets are here. Your name is on them. Grab your targets.
There's Dick Smith right there. Great guy. I admire the black belt cowboy hat.
All the amateurs are getting excited, putting up their targets. Now it's their time to shine here. See if they can match up with the pros.
And some of these archers shooting here have matched up with the pros. A lot of these shooters here are young kids that are putting up scores that, pros weren't putting up for years. It's amazing the growth of archery and the improvement over the past 10 years. There's Greg Poole in the Hawaiian shirt. Always enjoyed his sense of style. Rocking the man bun. Target 11, we have Miss Hannah Bartos putting in her target and Miss Sadie Tesh, two of the top shooters in South Dakota. Hannah actually placed 4th in Neems earlier this year, having a little bit of an equipment failure with a bent arrow that the fletching was torn in the front in the bronze medal match. Even with this mechanical failure, she kept her composure, steady as a rock. It was extremely impressive, especially from a 16-year-old girl.
Yes, very proud of my sister there.
And you just went along for moral support, right?
Yes, I did. That's one of the amazing things about archery is you get to travel to some amazing places. Mm-hmm. Yankton being one of them for some of these people.
I know it's a blessing. I go to college at the University of South Dakota, so I'm just 20 minutes down the road, and I get to come here every day and train. So I guess you could say I have a little bit of an unfair advantage at this tournament, but still, what a blessing it is.
We are certainly lucky.
Mm-hmm. And along with the 90-meter indoor range, they also have some of the world's best field courses and 3D courses. And I know just before I came in here to talk to you folks, I was outside shooting some foam animals. And even though it was cold, it was still a heck of a lot of fun. They got an elk out there, 70 yards, and I 12 ring it every time. Not really, but a man can dream.
Looks like they're just about ready.
There's Haley Johnson in the Hoyt jersey. Good old Mount Rushmore with a National Field Archery Association emblem up there in the middle. It's a real arrow up there, by the way. Did you know that?
Yes.
And when I first came here, I put my share in the wall. Fair share arrows in the wall.
Well, I have as well. I have made my mark.
We have both amateur and pros on this line because we have so many pros. So if anybody is qualified and they have not shot or don't have a target up, you need to get up here right now.
Bruce is pointing at us on the camera. $1 million smile he's got. It's Cole Federal in the red, white, and blue Hoyt hat. Great kid. Mr. Bridger Deaton up there on the left of your screen. An Iowa native. I've got to shoot with him a few times. He actually donated 3 of his Team USA jerseys to the NASP state tournament there, to the top shooters to pick.
Good luck.
All right.
Here we go, pressure's on. There's Hannah's arrow, the white with the blue knock.
Well, looks like we've got a couple up outside the X ring there.
Curious to see how many targets come down after this round. Can't imagine too many would go down. Even though these archers are considered amateurs, they can still easily go toe-to-toe with some of the best in the world.
Oh, yes, they can.
Seen a bunch of X's up there. I guess they call it 5, don't they? They don't call it X.
Yep. That's the score to beat. Got Connor Franklin right there. Really good shooter. Everyone seems to be in pretty good spirits. High fives.
All right, don't pull any arrows, don't touch the targets. High score is a 5. Officials pull anything.
Bruce
that is
announced
not
the high
a
score is
5.
5, which to be expected.
Officials checking.
Officials, you good? All right, you can pull your arrows, and when you're done, please move your target butts back to 15.
All right, didn't look like we had any targets come down.
Mr. Bruce Cole. The man, the myth, the legend.
Okay, we're going to give another $100 bill away here. This one goes to Chris Berry. Chris Berry, you here?
Chris Berry.
Chris Berry, the winner of a random $100 bill drawing.
All right, we're ready to go. Same thing, bottom line is up. Good luck.
Bottom line again at 10 yards.
I actually believe this is 15 yards. Miss Bartos checking her arrow. Okay, we got top line up here. Not seeing too many recurves up here, Cedar. I guess our
No.
style's not being too well represented here.
All right, high score is a 5. Officials,
Bruce
please
announces the
pull
high
targets
score
and
is
the arrows
5.
of everything that is not a 5. Archers, please stay back until I give you the go-ahead to move.
Officials moving through. Oh, looks like a couple are missing. That target's coming down.
Not quite dropping like flies yet, but
It is
We'll see
only
what happens.
15. Everyone patiently waiting.
now remember, folks, this shoot-off goes across all age divisions, from Cub all the way up to Silver Senior.
All right, you can go ahead and pull your arrows, and then please move your target butts back to 25. I'm sorry, 20.
Moving back to 20 yards. Great shot there.
There's Gabby Kaiser. She's been shooting for a long time now. Since she was about 4 years old, I believe.
That's impressive. How long have you been shooting, Cedar?
I have been shooting since I was 12 years old, and I'm 21 now.
Wow. I started off bow hunting when I was about 12 years old. And then when I was in 8th grade, they introduced a NASP program at my school. So that's where I got my start in competitive archery. And then the Olympic dream caught my eye, so I picked up the recurve. And that's where I am today.
Now, NASP is pretty challenging. You know, that's just a, pretty bare setup there.
It is.
Everyone's got the same equipment. You're up at the line. Pretty equally matched.
Everybody's just shooting same bow, a Matthews Genesis bow with no sights, no let off, no stabilizers, no mechanical release aids. Everybody's shooting the same arrows at 10 and 15 meters on an 80 centimeter face.
That is definitely not the case here. We've got all varieties of releases and compound, recurve, and like you said, there's Cubs shooting up against Master Seniors in this one. That's got to be quite the experience. You never know who you're going to be up next to.
All right, 20 yards. Bottom line is up. Same thing, good luck.
Bottom line up. Now, Cedar, when you shot this particular shoot off, what was going through your head? And what do you think is going through these young kids' head?
Oh, goodness. At that point, I knew I wasn't quite going to make the money. It was a nice thought, but, I just really wanted to see how far I could really go. I think that's quite the goal for a lot of these people, seeing as how small this target is and how high the pressure is. Just making it halfway out could be quite the achievement for some of these archers. Whereas, some of them, that money is the end goal. It's all about what they're striving for.
Miss Sadie Tesh up there didn't make a very nice face when she shot her arrow. Checking it, and we'll just have to see if she pulls that target down at the end of this.
Funny how you can tell so much just by watching the expressions on some of these faces. Oh, we've got some head shaking there from Tate Morgan. Once again, this is only 20 yards, so we'll see.
So anything that's not a final. All right, you can pull your arrows, move your target butts back to 25.
Targets are now dropping like flies.
Yep, that was a big one. Now it's out to 25.
I can imagine it's only going to get harder from here, folks.
Now, when the pros got to 25, there was almost full bales still.
Almost. I could only count about 2 or 3 that were torn down.
Yep, got some Quite a few down on this one. More to come.
Now, we know Bruce made the little Facebook bet for the pros. Now, if you were to guess for the amateurs, what do you think the distance would be?
I'm gonna put mine down for 40.
40?
Yeah. I think one of them can get out there. You know, and I might even be selling them short on that. They might surprise us.
I hope they do.
All right.
Everybody enjoys a good archery drama.
Good luck.
Okay, there's that bottom lineup again. Very few remain on the line.
Everybody's got their binoculars and spotting scopes out.
Yeah, it's getting pretty hard to see that tiny little target. Look at it out there.
I know today when I was shooting 60, unless if it went dead center, I did not have a clue where it landed. Now for you and I shooting 70 meters, the Olympic distance, we can't even, we don't even have an idea where the arrows are landing out there.
No.
Most of the time we go off the sound of the target. If it's a soft thud, we usually hit it pretty good. If the arrow sounds like it smacked something, we did not hit a good spot. And if we didn't hear anything at all, we missed the target, which happens more than you think. It's always difficult being the last one on the line there. Because even if you're rock solid, usually something will creep in and say, guess what? Everybody's watching you.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like all those eyes to make you extra nervous.
As if the $10,000 wasn't enough.
All right, once again, 5 is the high score.
5 is the high
Everything
score.
is not a 5.
And I'm expecting 5 to be the high score and the winning score all the way out to the furthest distance.
Okay, you can pull your targets and move the target butts back to 30.
And we are down to, let's see. Let me count the targets we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, man.
I counted about 8 or 9 bales going down with 1 or 2 targets remaining. Oh, bale number 7 still has 3.
So does bale number 4. Got some good shooters out here.
All the pros.
And now they are switching back to the pros.
Put your target up wherever you can fit it.
All right, the pros are now mixing in with the
Oh,
amateurs. Ooh,
down goes the
bale
bale.
down.
With this extra rubber mat on the back, it makes the bales very back heavy, which we've seen it a couple times in this tournament so far today where people kind of forget about that and they just start pushing the bales backwards and it just topples over. And it is a pain to get it back up. I'm not gonna lie, I've made that mistake a few times.
So have I. Oh, they got it back up. Everything's going smooth again.
Now they gotta put the rubber mat on the back of it again.
All the pros filling in the empty spaces.
Now obviously this is anybody's game, but if you were to take a bet on a person to win this, what would you say?
Oh, I don't know about that. A lot of these pros and amateurs as well have been having a great season so far.
Just showing up, you can go anywhere, you can get your target.
Jesse Broadwater is on fire today, shooting a 600. Braden Galantine with a 599. Last year they were actually in the shoot-off for the grand prize for compound championship division. I remember that.
Now for those of you who don't know, 600 is the top score, the maximum score you can get with 200 at each distances, shooting 3 distances.
40, 50, and 60 yards for all the adult divisions. And 30, 40, 50 for the youth divisions, and then 10, 20, and 30 for the cub divisions. And elimination rounds start tomorrow at noon. So make sure to tune in and watch some of your favorite archers shoot head-to-head competitions. The format of this head-to-head competition is the same as most world archery rules. 3 ends of 5 arrows, making the high score a 150, and all of the championship divisions will be shooting at 60 yards. There's Jeff Sanchez with Bruce Cole. If you guys have not seen Jeff's work, you must go to his website, bodoc.smugmug.com, to see some amazing pictures from all the NFAA events.
Everybody have a target up now. All the pros and all the amateurs that are left. The bottom line is up. We're shooting at, what do we have, 30 yards? 30 yards, everybody. Now remember.
Now, since this is my first year of actually traveling around to big tournaments, this is newer to me than to you, but it's amazing how approachable these archers are. And I mean,
yeah.
we watch them on Archery TV all the time, and we just think, wow, these guys are phenomenal, and they are. But you almost think of them as like a superhero, and just think, they're too good to talk to me. But no, they're just normal humans like you and I.
Many of them will gladly be in a conversation with you, give you pointers.
And encouragement.
Oh, yeah. I've got a couple more people going down there to put up their targets.
Carson Sapp.
Carson Sapp.
You need to go put a target up. Once again,
Did not put a target up.
all the pros
That's
that are
impressive.
still in this need to have a target up. Okay, last call. Does everybody have a target up, both amateur and pro, that's still in the shoot-off?
All right, now everyone who's out there is either a
Here
pro
we go.
or an
Bottom line is
amateur.
up, 30 yards. Good luck.
Now, isn't that cool, you know? They made it out this far, and now they get to shoot right next to a pro.
Dead silence here in the range. You
Look
hear a
at
pin
all
drop.
those concentrated faces. Even the onlookers.
They're almost just as focused as the archers. Yeah, smiling faces, that's always a good sign. We got a few people that will be taking down their targets. And we got
Yeah,
some
but
people
we got
that
some good ones out there,
really
too.
look like they're going strong. Carson Sapp shooting right next to Jesse Broadwater. Mike Schlosser making sure he adjusted his sight correctly. Look at all that weight on his front bar.
Look at that concentration.
Carson Sapp shot a 900 at Vegas.
Very impressive shooter.
And he is proud to wear that 900 belt buckle. That's the biggest thing when you shoot a 900 like that. It's not the money or the fame, it's the belt buckle.
Amateurs only.
It is
Advanced
one
artists.
nice
Amateurs
belt buckle.
only.
Now as a recurver, there's a very slim chance I can get that, but a man can dream.
All right, this is for a $100 Lancaster gift card.
Ooh, $100 Lancaster gift card.
Justin Table.
Justin Stable? Lucky man.
I should go make friends with Justin.
All right, one more Lancaster.
Oh, there's one
more
more.
Lancaster gift card. Please say Robbie.
Happy. Is she here? Happy Holiday.
Cabby.
Unfortunately, that is neither of our names, so we will not be getting a $100 Lancaster gift card, but maybe next time, right?
Can always dream, right?
Mm-hmm. Austin Mormon in the PSE jersey with the black hat. Great guy. Get to shoot with him back home in West Des Moines.
All right, pros, come on down. High score is a 5. Officials, please pay all the non-fives.
There's Austin Mormon walking across the screen there. Linda Ochoa there.
I had the pleasure of shooting with her today. Very, very good
All right,
shot.
you can pull your arrows.
Very nice shot as
Move
well.
everything back to 35.
She's a very nice lady.
That she is.
Got to shoot with her as well as her husband, Steve Anderson. I offered to take them out to dinner.
Another target down.
You'd think they would have learned after the first one.
You know, sometimes those things do have sticky wheels. Can't blame them.
I offered to take Steve and Linda out to a nice gourmet college buffet dinner.
Oh, that sounds
And
like.
they politely declined. That's the nicest way I could say it. After about 9 months of eating the buffet food, I'm just about done with it as well. At least till next semester when I come back. That was a nice throw by that referee. Somebody give that man a contract.
Looks like everyone's back.
All right, we are ready. Bottom line is up. 35 yards.
35 yards
Good
now.
luck, everyone.
Brian, move, Brian. Get. Brian,
Mr. Price there, zeroing in on his target.
Steady.
Steady as a rock.
Boom.
the dream.
Big old smile on his face. If I were a betting man, I would say he hit 5.
The pressure is definitely on now. You can almost see a sense of relief after they check their arrows and see that it's good. Now we've got the second lineup.
All right, for the pros, the high score is a 5.
High score is a 5.
Please remove all those that are
Surprise,
not
surprise.
Brian, you done? All right, you can pull your targets, and let's move them back to 40. Go real easy with the target butts, guys.
Now we're back to 40 yards. The shortest distance shot in this competition for qualification rounds. And a lot of these pros clean that distance. Shooting a 92 centimeter face cut down to the 6 ring and in. Is a target unique to this tournament.
Yes, it is.
I believe the
This
only
is
other
quite the unique tournament, really.
the third leg of the 3-star tour. Held right here in our own backyard of Yankton, South Dakota. And what makes this range unique, it is the largest dedicated indoor archery range in the world. You are able to shoot 90 meters, which is 1 yard shy of 100 yards. An entire football field.
Hey, before we get started here, I just want to let everybody know, all the spectators, there's 2 amateurs left. Connor Sears and Adam Zarowski over here. Give them a big hand. One of them's going to win $5,000.
There are 2 amateurs left.
Connor Sears being one of them.
Very impressive.
Also, those of you that are still in here, not necessarily shooting, but how many of you have won this car shoot-off? Raise your hands.
Oh, show of hands for who's won so far. There's Wade McClanahan. Very impressive young man.
And there's no
If I'm not mistaken, he won it last year.
We're going to have a winner here.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And it was funny because they had to give the check to his mom because they couldn't give that amount of money to a 16-year-old. That's quite a wad of cash for a kid his age.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'll give you a break.
Okay, I'm ready, go.
Oh, looks like Greg Poole's messing with him.
Greg Poole messing with one of the pros.
All right, $50.
He's known to be a jokester.
Eric Bodring.
Causing a little mischief out there.
Eric, are you here?
Well, what's an archery tournament without a little bit of mischief,
You
right?
got a $50
Especially a
Indeed.
shoot-off. The goofier, the better.
Okay, there is no longer a bottom line. Everybody is up.
Everybody up.
Everybody to the line that's still in it. You have 40 yards, 1 minute. Good luck.
Steve Anderson and Linda Ochoa. One of archery's power couples. Checking their mark. And if I'm right, I just saw Steve Anderson mouth the words "I'm out" with a little bit of a head shake there. We'll just have to see once we get down to the target.
All right, once again, high score is a 5 for the pros.
High
A
score,
5.
once again, a 5.
The pistols, you can pull anything that's not a 5.
I do that on the daily with my recurve. Just kidding. Maybe I shoot fives on like a 122 centimeter face. That sounds more my style. Why don't we show the crew back here? Yeah.
All right, you can pull your arrows and easily move your target butts back.
There we have Tanya Jensen. She is from Denmark. We've got quite a few shooters from around the world here. Got some from Mexico and all throughout Europe.
You shot against an Olympian from Mexico today, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Shooting some high scores. I did not match up.
I mean, though, if you're going to get beat by anybody, an Olympian,
Yes.
that's a way to go out right there.
All right.
By the looks of it, Mr. Jesse Broadwater, Steve Anderson, Linda Ochoa
Good luck.
are all out. Shows that these nerves can get even to the best of us.
Connor Steelerson's still in it.
Let's see his reaction here. He'll say a lot. Both archers checked him.
Didn't get much of a reaction there.
No. Stone cold.
Here's Greg Poole swiping in for an interview. Last man on the line.
Don't worry, nobody's watching. Braden Galantine and Mike Schlusser. You don't know.
Just about 2 handfuls left.
I'm just an amateur. What do I know?
All right, 5 is the high score.
Once again, 5 is the high score. Big surprise.
please go on 9 and 10.
They're getting back there for sure.
Looks like they're just about 50 yards now. There's
Paige
Mike's.
Gordon, Mike Schlusser.
Looks like
All smiles from Mikey.
looks like Connor's out. He had a good long run. Very impressive.
All right, everybody, give a big round of applause to a 16-year-old. Connor Sears just won the amateur $5,000.
Sears has won the
Oh,
individual
he won!
amateur shoot-off.
There we go.
Because he's been through a whole bunch of stuff and he shot really well. What do you think of this, Connor?
I love it.
You want to stay shooting with the pros?
Yes, sir.
There you go, guys. You got something to look forward to. Congratulations.
Wow, big congratulations to Connor Sears.
Only 16 years old.
Oh my. It's down to the end. All right, guys. What distance are you at? You're at 50 yards. $10,000 on the line.
50 yards.
You guys need to take a break.
Bruce
Now
Skull
it's-
making sure that they can keep a calm, cool composure by saying, hey, you got $10,000 on the line. No pressure.
Got guillotine right there. Drawn back.
I believe he is ranked second in qualification with a 599. And he is not happy. And I see why. He did throw that one quite a ways. Mikey,
Sounds like we had a good shot down there, though.
sometimes that happens. That's archery. Sometimes even if you make your best shot, it will not land where it's supposed to. I was 5 yards off.
All right, big round of applause. $10,000, Mike Slosser.
$10,000 going to Mike Slosser. Look at him beam.
He is one happy camper. I can see why.
That's a lot of money, and this was a tough feat.
For those of you that are wanting to know about tomorrow, shooting times have all been emailed to you. The brackets have been emailed to you. They're also posted on the board by the front door. If you have any questions, try to figure out what you're doing, please ask one of the staff. Once again, everything's been emailed.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody listening, shooting times will be emailed tonight. Mike Schlusser, our winner of the night, winning $10,000. He is one heck of a shooter and one heck of a guy as well. Now remember, everybody, make sure to tune in at 12 o'clock Midwest time.
For the elimination matches tomorrow.
Make sure to tune in tomorrow at noon to watch all the individual elimination matches. They should be fun ones.
And just a reminder, the targets assignments will be sent out by email, so keep a lookout for those.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow.